Good morning, students. Welcome to the next lecture of Electronic Measurements and Instrumentation. My name is TSS Nagapavan Kumar. Today our topic is Hayes bridge. The Hayes bridge is the concepts of AC bridges. So here we have different types of AC bridges. The capacitors comparison bridge, inductors comparison bridge, Maxwell's bridge, Hayes bridge, Shering's bridge, Green's bridge, Anderson's bridge. In the previous class, we have completed the capacitors comparison bridge, inductors comparison bridge, Maxwell's bridge. Okay, so the capacitors comparison and the inductors comparison bridge are used for measuring the unknown capacitance and inductances parameters. And coming to the Maxwell bridge is used for measuring the low Q values, that is from the ranging from 1 to 10, and it is also used for measuring the inductance values of 1 to 1000, unknown inductance values of 1 to 1000 henries. Now, coming to that, we will see the concept of Hayes bridge, where the Hayes bridge is used for determining the self-inductance of the circuit. So, this is the basic structure of Hayes bridge. So, coming to that, the difference between the Maxwell's to Hayes bridge is the R2, R3 arms are both are resistance. There is no difference for the Maxwell's to Hayes bridge for the arm 2 and arm 3. Right. Now coming to that, arm 4. The arm 4 is also similar to the Maxwell bridge only, and coming to the only one difference, there is a first arm. The first arm consisting of, in the Maxwell's bridge, a parallel combination of resistance and capacitance. Here, in this Hayes bridge, the resistance and capacitance are in the series form. This is only the major difference from Maxwell's to Hayes bridge. This is the major difference. Okay, right. So, this is almost an advanced form of the Maxwell's bridge. This Hayes bridge is the advanced form of the Maxwell's bridge. Now, let us see the Hayes bridge. The Hayes bridge, which is shown in figure, is differs from the Maxwell's bridge, having a resistance R1, a series with a standard capacitor of C1 instead of parallel. Then it is parallel, now it is series. Now, for large phase angles, R1 needs to be low. Therefore, this bridge is more convenient for measuring high Q coils. For measuring high Q parameters, this bridge is preferred. For Q is equal to 10, the error is plus or minus 1%, and for Q is equal to 30, the error is 0.1%. So when you are measuring high Q values, if you are getting the higher Q value at the range of 10, the error is plus or minus 1%. For the Q value, if it is 30, then the error percentage is plus or minus 1%. That is, the error is very, very negligible. Next, Hayes bridge is preferred for coils with a high Q and Maxwell's bridge for coils with a low Q. So, where the inductive coils with a very less Q values is available for Maxwell's bridge, and with high Q values has this Hayes bridge. Now, this is the structure of Hayes bridge that we know. Now, coming to that, the bridge balancing condition, Z1 Zx is equal to Z2 Z3, where Z1 and Zx we have to define here, and Z2 Z3 are R2 R3, and Zx is equal to Rx plus J omega Lx. That is also same from the previous Maxwell's. Only the difference is Z1, where Z1 is equal to R1 and C is the are in series. So for that reason, R1 minus J omega C1. R1 minus J omega C1. So these are the four arms. Now coming to that, the bridge balancing condition, Z1 Zx equal to Z3, where Z1 is equal to R1 minus J omega C1, and Zx is equal to Rx plus J omega Lx, and Z2 Z3 are nothing but as R2 R3. So this is the bridge balancing condition. Now multiply this term into this one, and then you have to separate the real parts and imaginary parts. Now coming to here, R1 into Rx, this is R1 Rx minus Lx by C1 minus J Rx by omega C1 plus J omega Lx R1. So these are the expression. Now from this expression we have to find the Lx and Rx values. So for that reason, see here, equating the real and imaginary terms, here we have R1 plus R1 Rx plus Lx by C1, R1 Rx plus Lx by C1. So this is the complete real term is equal to R2 R3, R2 R3. So from this term we have to find Rx by omega C1 is equal to omega Lx R1. So this is a imaginary term. This is the imaginary term. So this is the real term. This is the imaginary term. From the real term, R1 Rx plus Lx by C1 is equal to R2 R3. So this one and this one. And coming to that, the remaining combination, Rx by omega C1, Rx by omega C1 is equal to omega Lx R1. Omega Lx R1. That is the imaginary term. So for solving this Lx and Rx, after solving this one, we have Rx is equal to omega square Lx into C1 R1, and after simplifying this equation 1, I am rewriting here R2 R3 is equal to Lx by Cx. I am writing the same thing only, and R1 I have written same. And coming to that Rx, this Rx I am substituting here. This is the Rx, omega square Lx C1 R1. Next, coming to that, after simplifying this one, so see here R2 R3 is equal to omega R1 square C1 Lx, right, plus Lx by C. Now coming to that, multiplying, I am multiplying on both sides C1 expression for simplification purpose. So after multiplying C1, here the C1 goes to C1 square. This C1 is going to be cancelled, and the right side I am adding a C1 term here. So from this I am writing Lx. From this I am writing this Lx. Lx is equal to R2 R3 C1 by 1 plus omega square R1 square C1 square. So this is the Lx value. This is the Lx value. This is very, very important. This is a very important expression here. Right. So this is, we have to note it down from the Hayes bridge. From the Hayes bridge, the Lx is equal to this one. The Lx is equal to this one. Okay, Lx is equal to R2 R3 C1 by 1 plus omega square C1 square R1 square omega square. So this is the expression for Lx. Next, and coming to that Rx, finally Rx is equal to omega square C1 square R1 R2 R3 by 1 plus omega square R1 square C1 square. So previously we have written the Rx expression in terms of Lx, Lx expression in terms of Rx. Now we have removed the complete terms. We have written the Lx with the known values of R and C, and the Rx values with the known of C and R values. Okay, now we can solve. If you know the remaining values of R1, R2, R3, C1, we can solve this Lx and Rx values simply. Okay. Now, coming to here, these are the two expressions. Next. Right. The term omega. So whatever the terms we got, that here omega appears the expression for both Lx and Rx. In the both conditions, we have the omega term. This indicates that the bridge's frequency is sensitive. It is very simple. The previous Maxwell's bridge is completely independent of the frequency, but in the Rx and Lx terms, both terms it has the omega term. So because of this omega term, this Maxwell's bridge Lx and Rx values are completely dependent on the frequency parameter. The Hay bridge is also used for measurement of incremental inductance. So this Hay bridge also used for measuring the incremental inductance. The inductance balance equation depends on the losses of the inductor. It is completely based on the Q factor, losses of the inductor of the Q parameter, and also be the operating frequency. The operating frequency is also here, it is very important parameter. An inconvenient feature of this bridge is that the equation giving the balance condition for the inductance contains the multiplier of 1 by 1 plus 1 by q square. This is the this is the multiplier factor. The impedance balance thus depends on its q and frequency. Now we will take the relation of the Lx value with the q. So here the Lx is equal to R2 R3 C1 by 1 plus 1 by q square. 1 plus 1 by q square. So this is the Lx value with the q parameters. For a value of q greater than 10, the term 1 by q square will be very smaller, and it is that is 1 by when q is equal to 10, 1 by q square is equal to 1 by 100. 1 by 100 and it can be therefore neglected. So we can neglect this value 1 by q square. 1 by 10 square is equal to 1 by 100 is equal to 0.0001. So 1 plus 0.0001 equal to 1.0001. The value is 1.00. 1.0001. So this is very small value, we can neglect easily. Right. Therefore, Lx is equal to R2 R3 C1. So we can neglect this denominator completely. And the remaining value is equal to Lx is equal to R2 R3 C1. This is the remaining parameter, which is the same as the Maxwell's equation. Now this expression is completely similar to the Maxwell's expression. In the Maxwell's expression also, Lx is equal to R2 R3 C1. For high Q values, the Maxwell's inductance coil expression is equal to Hayes-Bridge inductance coil expression. But for inductors, Q is less than 10. If the Q value is less than 10, then the unknown inductance value is completely somewhat different from the Maxwell's to Hayes-Bridge. For less coils having Q less than 10, the Q 1 by Q square term cannot be neglected. We cannot neglect that 1 by Q square term. Hence, this bridge is not suited for measurement of the coils having Q is less than 10. So, Hayes-Bridge is completely not used for less Q values. A commercial bridge measures from 1 microhenry to 100 henries with plus or minus 2%. A commercial bridge measure from 1 microhenry to 100 henries with plus or minus 2% of Hayes-Bridge. A commercial Hayes-Bridge is using for measuring 1 microhenry to 100 henries with plus or minus 2% Hayes. Right. So that is about Maxwell. That is about Maxwell's and Hayes-Bridge. Okay. Now we have seen that Hayes-Bridge. So we have to remember Hayes-Bridge parameters. If less Q values, the Lx value is equal to R2 R3 C1. Otherwise, R2 R3 C1 by 1 plus 1 by Q square. So that is the Lx value. So we have to remember this expression and we have to solve the problems. So here the problem is given. In this problem, the opposite arms is consisting of the inductors and capacitors parameters. So they given find the series equivalent inductors and resistances. So they are asking this Rx and Lx parameters in the network that causes an opposite angle of Hayes-Bridge to null with the following bridge arms, where omega is equal to 3000 radians per second. They given the omega parameter. R2 is equal to 10 kilo ohms, R1 is equal to 2 kilo ohms, C1 is equal to 1 microfarad, R3 is equal to 1 kilo ohm. Now we have to see the solution. Right. So here I have written the Rx and Lx expressions. Rx, Lx expressions which we got from the previous slides. So Rx is equal to omega square R1 R2 R3 C1 square 1 by 1 plus omega square R1 C1 square. Lx is equal to R2 R3 C1 by 1 plus omega square R1 C1 square. So the given values we have to substitute here. We have to find the value. So this is the Rx value 4.86 kilo ohm. After solving these values, we got Rx value is equal to 4.86 kilo ohms and the Lx value is equal to 270 millihenries. So this is the solution. for the traction. Okay, thank you. Oh, we have completed the Hayes bridge. In the next class, we will see the remaining AC bridges. Thank you.